Encouraging creativity, 100 students paint their own world of glimpse. Formal education is of course invaluable in preparing children for their adult life, but at the same time it is important not to sever kids from the richness of their early childhood fantasies. From that freshness of vision, these are essential ingredients in creativity. I was delighted, therefore, to receive an invitation in May of this year from Mountain View Elementary in Elko, Nevada, to do an experimental 2-day World of Glimpse workshop with 100 fourth graders. In advance of my arrival, the fourth grade teachers read and discussed the actual book with the students. On day 1 of the program, I shared my experiences in writing and painting the World of Glimpse, and I also shared parts of my newly produced DVD with them. Just as I had created a complete imaginary world from a fleeting glimpse of possibility, from something that just come to me unexpectedly and from seemingly nowhere, I told them so should they respect and explore their own sudden ideas, their own creativity and their wonderful originality. They too in fact could create their own fantastical stories. From something seemingly small, they could give birth to a whole new world. So these kids began to write. They captured their fleeting ideas, developing them into their own imaginative stories. They wrote and wrote and wrote, quite unimpeded by self-judgment or the judgment of instructors or peers. On day 2 they painted intuitively and freely. They layered and texturized, and then I showed them how to discover paintings within paintings on their canvases and on the tissue paper that they had used for texturizing, and even on the paper plates that they'd used for their paints, so that they could perceive perhaps visuals that they felt were right to accompany the stories they had written on the previous day, or in fact let the freshly perceived art become springboards to entirely new stories. The students cut, pasted, and built their storyboards their way. The delight in their creative process was palpable. Creativity flowed freely and joyfully as they discovered that they, too, were creative. I firmly believe that just as the 3 R's are essential in education, so too are both the exploration and the expression of the students' individual creativity. Life is seldom static, it changes. Children are going to need to adapt to the changing circumstances of their future lives. Therefore, the encouragement and the unleashing of their individual creative potential are essential experiential steps in helping kids and later adults become resourceful, creative, confident, and adaptable human beings. Children need to learn to respect and then pursue their own glimpses of creative possibilities.